Yo, it's your boy Tory Lanez, aka Argentina Fargo, and these are the top 10 songs that influenced me the most. In no specific order though, you feel me? I wanna say What We Do Is Wrong by Beanie Sigel, Jay-Z, Freeway. That song meant so much to me and my brothers. It was like around the times when we first started really rapping and we looked up to Rockefeller so much. That was really like some of the stepping stones that really kind of made us want to rap, you know? Another one is Jesus Walks, Kanye. I guess it's just the first time I really heard somebody, you know, go off a topic that's so, you know, so touchy to certain people, but so real. You know, my dad was a preacher, so that was the first time I ever seen somebody pitch Jesus or God cool to kids, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was a very revolutionary moment in just music in general, you know? Through the Wire. Through the Wire is a big record to me because when Through the Wire came out, it was about, you know, Kanye coming through a very triumphant time, you know what I'm saying? He was very triumphant through that whole experience of him getting to the car accident and things like that. And as I was hearing about his story, the first time I ever heard that song, actually, I was coming back from my mother's funeral. I was like 11 years old and listening to that song and just listening to him triumphing, it just always made me feel better about the situation that I was in. Let's Get Blown. As weird as this may sound, that's my favorite, like, Snoop and Pharrell song of all time. I think that was the best song they've ever made together. It just reminded me of growing up in Miami, Florida. That was when I first heard that song. I was in like sixth grade or something, you know, and I remember just going out there and just, you know, just going to school, listening to that shit in my headphones and just being like, yo, this is such a dope song, you know? I picked my own song, really. This one song called Godfather, you know? It's a very motivational song, and I think I feel that way the most about my day-to-day life, you know, like, Lord, just let me win, you know? It's a song off of my latest project, and I don't mean to be biased, but that is really one of my top 10 favorite songs, like, you know, You Must Love Me by Jay-Z. He told stories, you know, that's the art of, you know, honesty and just telling stories. You know, he talked about how he shot his brother and how his brother was in the hospital with him the next day, and like, he's just like, out of all the things that I've done to you, like you must love me to be fucking with me as heavy as you do. And that's the story of my whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of shit that I put people through and that people been through with me, it's like, you must love me to still really be around, you know what I'm saying? And it's a big thing, you know, so I love that song as well. Obviously, you know, I'm about to go through the Jay-Z's right now. The song Cry. You know, that's just such a, like, that's just, I don't even know if I need to even have a description on why that's one. I'm not even gonna have a description on that. We're just gonna let that, you know, we're gonna let that breathe. We're just gonna let that scream at you whenever it does. Lauryn Hill, That Thing, classic song, just classic. You know, I feel like that whole era is just, that's Lauryn just being on her, let me teach the youth something, you know, and those are things that still stuck. That, like, I can remember that thing right now. I can remember what she was talking about in that song. I remember that stuck with me for my whole life, you know, and it was just about making purposeful music. I feel like that was a purposeful song, so it's definitely in my top 10. There's another Jay-Z record, Soon You'll Understand. Soon You'll Understand was a record where he was talking about, you know, I don't really know exactly what relationship it was, but some relationship he had with some girl, you know, just how he felt in the situation of just being a young nigga and just, you know, talking about how his mom, just talking about how he was doing whatever he was doing. He's in the cell. Look, Mom, I'm in a cell, lonely as hell, writing a scribe, thinking about how you must feel inside. Like, things like that. Like, when I was alive and I was younger, even though I was a little younger than my brothers, it was me and my brothers. We put our mom through so much shit before she died, and God bless her soul, but certain things, it's like certain things just touch you a certain way, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'll always remember that song because when I first heard that song, that was like the last year she was alive. So it's just like, you know, I always respect, you know, that timing and that record. This is always kind of off topic from all that other shit, but Where the Party At, check it out. That will always remind me of when I was a kid. Like, that will always remind me of one of the first records that, like, You know what I'm saying? Like, once you hear that start, you just want, you remember the old dance niggas used to do? Like, you just want to dance. You feel free. You feel like, you know, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's 10. I guess I can't even really keep going. I was about to start going ham, you know what I'm saying? But nah, like 10 records just like that. Once again, this is the boy Tory Lanez, and those were the top 10 songs that influenced me the most. Don't forget to cop that Lost Cause and download all my projects. You know what it is, One Umbrella Mile, baby.
What we're gonna do right now is we have all the fans standing out here in the rain, so I want to see how loud they can get. We're in New York, man. You gotta get pretty loud to be too loud.
What's up, everybody?
People don't really actually know how much writing I really do, you know what I'm saying? I did the latest shit for Travis Scott and T.I., the record that they got, the brand new Travis shit, I wrote that. I did the
Timbo the King, you know what I'm saying? You know, Timbo is one of the most original producers of all time in this hip hop game.